Everything seems to work, which is good. I love it when just stuff just randomly breaks, but hey. Yes, that is correct. That is all working. Okay, whatever. Yeah, got some background music that probably loud enough like that. Right? Yeah. Probably is fine, isn't it? Hi, hello. We are going... I forgot to enable the split. Whoop. There you go. We're going to do some superliminal practice. Hello, Sparrow. You're officially first. Welcome. So what are we gonna do? I'm gonna start with some little bit of superliminal practice because I got into BSG. And after that, I'm going to continue on Not for Broadcast because we're doing a more different route where we're not very pro-advance, you know? For reasons.
You've shown your support in the form of a subscription. How quaint.
Don't take Hake, I love your cakes, don't take Hake.
That voice. What the fuck? Thank you, Sparrow, for the 14 months already. Also, yeah, thanks for the new sub, because that's obviously what happened. Yeah. Tiny bug in ATEM where it's unable to detect, actually. Is that still a thing? Alert. Sub alert. Yeah, I only have the subscription tier. That's the only number I get. Oh well, there's worse things. You know? Right, those are the constellations. Got it. Anyway, let's get started with some induction, shall we? Let's see if I remember how to do this. Of course, live split breaks.
Terms of
And my
service
webcam is
accepted.
in
Congratulations
front
on
of the
falling
timer.
asleep. Welcome to Somnasculpt. Your progress
There.
may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to
Ooh.
eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream
Ooh.
state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
That was good.
Confirmed. You can move freely, interact with surrounding objects, and
Game
listen
is
to messages from your
a
patient
bit
care
loud,
team.
so I need to turn that
Please note that I
down
am the
as
standard
well.
orientation protocol and that my voice has been explicitly chosen to remind you that I am not a part of your patient care team. I do not care.
If I PB, I hope this run is valid because I... Nope. There's door, door's there. Come on. There.
During eyelids,
I was gonna say if I PB, which,
due to realizing that this is a dream. Evidence. I have already
love it when
informed
live
you
split
that
just
this is a dream.
breaks.
You did not wake up. Please complete the remaining orientation activities.
I wonder why live split isn't picking up the game. I'm gonna restart it after
All
this run.
environments perceived during eyelids should reflect a typical mental
So
state.
there.
If you believe your mental state was
Yep.
compromised by Somnasculpt, please provide a comprehensive, rational explanation in your
Like, I have
post-procedural
no
survey. Completed
way
surveys may be
of
eligible for a
getting
gift
my
card.
current split right now, which is quite annoying, but it's fine.
Please stand by for polite recognition on your completion of the Somnasculpt orientation. You did it. To
Yay, I
maximize
did
the
it!
time allotted for your
Boom!
therapeutic
Come on.
journey, please do not delay in proceeding through the final doorway as indicated.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. I mean, this is good practice though, because I gotta remember what happens next. Beep, 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 beep. Ah. That's on me. That's completely on me. I jumped in instead of jumped over. It's fine. I am fine with the things that are happening. Right? Yes, you are as well. Stay. Yes, there we go.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to talk to you about being special. So special, in fact, that we have no idea where you are. But not to worry, we're working on it.
You know, that thing in white space really is the same as that door. Okay, so sometimes definitely my jump inputs are getting eaten, and I don't know why. Door. This is fine. I almost fell there. That's fine.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
I'm fine
I'm
with the
just
things that are
popping in
happening.
to give you a quick update on where you are.
We still
We
don't
still
know.
don't know, but please keep
Everything that
moving
just
forward.
happened is fine.
Hopefully, you prefer frequent updates to
Wait,
being
but the bot
reminded that
is
you are
able to see the
completely
months.
lost.
I forgot what those other two numbers mean, but it's like tier 1, 14 months, 00. Huh. Something is going wrong
Hello,
in
my
Ecom.
name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and we still can't find you. But you should now have access to a series of elevators that should trigger your
Excuse me?
subconscious to gradually wake you up. You should also find a variety of emergency exit signs that should lead you to them. Will all of this work?
Absolutely
Absolutely.
not.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
Oh, that went totally wrong. And I have no idea what happened there. But that is fun. Right? Cubism, yeah.
This is an automated message for all patients who attempted to use an alternate pathway
Also, I
to
kinda
access the
learned
next phase of
a new
somnasphalt
strategy.
therapy, but who have become trapped in a
cube
dream
there.
state paradox instead. Your decisions imply a failure of orientation, which reflects negatively on the standard orientation protocol. You will rectify this failure immediately.
Oh. Come on. Good enough. Don't fall! You little bitch. That was rude.
Professional tip: the average adult can only withstand 3 to 5 dreams per
I
night.
forgot this one, but I
Once
don't
this threshold is eclipsed
really
by entering more
care
dreams,
right now.
your mind will suffer an explosive
because I
want
to keep the strats that I'm doing right now and just keep practicing for
Please
consistency.
subject yourself to explosive mental overload.
That was a weird angle to it in, but that is fine.
Please note that a reluctance to volunteer for the risks associated with explosive mental overload implies a misunderstanding of all
Fine.
other solutions, all of which are far more traumatic and likelier to result in catastrophe. I am not capable of suboptimal suggestions. Please exit this dream as soon as possible.
Okay. Come on. Can I walk straight back into the elevator? Yes. Ooh, that feels good. Let's have a listen. Again. Why can't I do that right now? Something is going on
Hello.
that I
My
don't
name is Dr. Glenn
quite
Pierce,
understand.
and despite touring the waterfall
Oh, I know it's
serenity zone in
itching.
the previous section you've just completed, you may still be experiencing feelings of
Worthlessness
worthlessness
and self-doubt.
Why do I feel like everything is going wrong, even when the sun is shining?
And grab and move. Very easy, just move a thing out of the way. You'll never know what it possibly could be. And we're going left, because left is faster. And here is our diet soda. Next up is a maze, and we all know how to solve mazes. You just, you know, jump over the walls. That makes sense, right? Yeah, that makes sense. It's fine.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to talk more about the feelings of worthlessness and self-doubt I mentioned before. You feel
Let's see
this
if I
way
can do
because you
blind
want the
maze,
kind
like
of
if I
happy
get in
life
for
you
annual.
see all around
That would
you.
be a nice goal.
When
BSG
you
annual
know
and doing
everyone
blind
else is
maze.
enjoying. And that's exactly why we're here to help.
Eh. I don't like this section because I suck at it and I need more practice. I always need
Warning,
more practice.
You are advised to subject yourself to explosive mental overload by descending into additional dreams, but have now descended into a dream within a dream instead, disorienting yourself even further. You are responsible
Boom.
for failing to make this crucial distinction.
Ba-dum, bum, bum. And then this thing is completely blind because it's the only light we have. And normally you would, you know, light the way, but I'm just gonna jump here and hey, suddenly we're up there.
Did you know that unintentional multi-dream layering occurs in less than 1% of patients?
I remember actually
This
like feeling
correlates
scared,
strongly
like
with
a
the
little
99%
scared
of patients
when
who
I
are
did
able to
this
follow
level for the
simple
first time.
instructions from the standard orientation protocol.
Like I completely expected like some horror element. But hey, the game delivered in the best way this game can, by completely subverting my expectations. Hello, name's my peers Dr. Glenn. That's a lot better. And this door is gonna be our button-proof shooter. The words are difficult, by the way. Employees only. Yes, I agree. I am an employee now. Obviously. In case you didn't know. Okay, that's a lot better. I just need to like really keep hammering that thing.
Attention. Dr. Pierce requires you to note the following risks of dream overexposure. Significant memory loss, both
Come on.
quantitative and
Okay, let's
qualitative.
grab.
Hallucinations
Let me-
of dreaded or
let's
annoying
grab.
objects. Unrealistic beliefs about the lengths of hallways.
Bully.
And other side effects which have not yet been discovered or which
gonna
cannot be
look up.
understood.
You know why? Because I'm gonna keep the smiley face. Yeah. That was awful. That was a solid 3 seconds there. Okay, I just... Spam clicking seems to work
Warning,
best.
Dr. Pierce is frantically
Oh, my nose
submitting
keeps
numerous
itching. I
spelling
love
and
being
grammar
allergic to the
mistakes
outside
into
world.
The standard orientation
Don't
protocol
you?
In a desperate attempt to counsel you. I have no subroutine to correct these errors, but I cannot compromise the integrity of the standard orientation protocol. You will not receive these messages. They would not make sense regardless.
Let's see. Jump on here, then jump
Attention.
over there.
Dr. Pierce continues to input significant errors. I will interpret his basic ideas. Hello, my introductions are redundant. I am a real doctor who went to doctor school. VR has never been a mistake. I can help you, but I also do not know how.
See. Yes, okay, now we're getting Dollhouse.
Hello.
Hello, goodbye. Whoa! In 3D. Oh, I should have paid more attention there. That was time loss. It's so weird to not hear the game's music because I've muted it.
Hello.
Like,
My
I don't want to get
name
a
is
weird
Dr.
mix
Glenn Pierce.
where you just hear like the
This is a
lo-fi stuff
notification.
and the
You
game's
have
music
reappeared on our
cut
monitoring
over it.
system after a prolonged absence. Please continue to do whatever you did most recently, and discontinue whatever you were doing immediately prior to that.
Whoa. This feels fine. I hope it's far enough away from the wall. No! Yes! 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 Come on! No! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dollhouse! Why are you like this? Yeah, that's a soft lock. I am stuck. Whoop. Nope. Rip indeed. I'm gonna continue practicing. But that did make for a fun clip. Oh, this is too big. This might be a little bit too big. Yeah, I can't ledge grab there. That is fine. We're just gonna keep going. Hello. Gonna make this radio big. Very big.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. In addition to continuing
And discontinuing as
mentioned
previously
earlier,
mentioned.
please also disregard any unsettling experiences.
There
that
was
you
like
may
a
have
super cool
recently had.
strat here, but
Everything
I
should
forgot.
have been reverted to being soothing and therapeutic. If this is not
Yay,
the case,
thank you.
you may be receiving this message in error.
Huh? Oh no. Oh, that's a block sticking through. Okay. Oh no. This run is not a good one. Okay. Why is he? I guess here's the checkpoint. That's fine. That. Can I not? Fine, I'll do it like that. I have no.
Hello,
I think
my name is
because
Dr.
of the
Glenn
blocks
Pierce,
stick
and
like
I'd like
clipping
to read you
through,
my favorite
it's fucked up
inspirational quote by me.
somehow.
The worst thing you can do is focus on negativity.
That too big?
It won't spare you from the
Yeah, it's too big.
cage of death.
Okay, that's better. Okay, so I'm gonna do something cool. Don't fall. Good. So I want this thing to be big. So I can like make it disappear. And because I'm big, I'm gonna go fast through this
Hello,
room.
my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to thank you for triggering every single one of our 823 emergency protocols.
Where are you?
This will assist us greatly in improving the system for future patients. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're now headed in the right direction, and we should
Whee!
be able to initiate the emergency exit protocol shortly.
That was, besides those two rips, that was a pretty decent dollhouse. Dollhouse is evil. Is all I can say.
Emergency exit protocol initiated. Please prepare to conclude your Somnasculpt experience in
10, 9.
8. Error. Error logged by.
Orientation protocol.
Stand by for analysis.
Perfect. Give me my soda.
Hypothesis. Patient was improperly oriented. Conclusion.
Impossible.
Reformulating.
Another audio skip. That looked so impressive. Hey, you know what else is cool? Oh.
Instruction. Continue with Somnasculpt therapy indefinitely on an independent basis, as all orientation resources have been exhausted. This concludes your standard orientation protocol.
Goodbye. And Jumperinos. And this wallpaper is perfect. I'm actually gonna get myself in this corner. And now our thingy majig is here. Just gonna grab the painting. Whoop up. It's fine. It's fine. Just going, you know, around a couple
Hello,
of corners.
my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. Thank you for completing the Somnasculpt Standard Orientation Protocol. Before you begin the first phase of therapy, I'd like to briefly describe the finite and fragile nature of the dream state.
That always works. Just jumping over the radio.
Of course, nothing is more challenging than the difficulty of changing perspective, of fundamentally altering your perceptions in a way that will enable you to face dire trial-by-fire scenarios with solutions that could not be found otherwise.
Exits temporarily moved. Fuck! I looked too soon. That sucks. The last one as well. That is mean. That is so mean.
Finally, while we respect the unique progress of every patient, you must understand that it is possible to completely exhaust your supply of dreams.
Go.
Entering a state in which
this run is very cursed and I love it.
Even with the help of triggering mechanisms.
Let's try some fun cursed stuff, shall we? So go back, right, left, right, left. Nope. I went a right too much. Practice makes perfect, you know. So right, right, left, right, left, back. That's how we're supposed to be doing it.
Please listen carefully for the sound of an alarm clock.
This one.
Which will automatically play if you are approaching a destabilizing dream weight.
Okay, that one actually to the left of that, but that is fine. I mean, what is happening right now is extremely cursed, you know? Come on, yes! That was a pretty good split there. If I had splits.
This is highly unusual. It appears you have entered the Sonasculpt diagnostic framework. Patients do not have access to this dream. Diagnostic warning. Unrealistic use of dream objects may result in
Love
dream
it when the god
integrity
rays shine
fail-safe.
through there. That looks so pretty. I love volumetric lighting.
Please paradox from creating any refrains. Explosive dream overload may result. Please paradox overload.
Ooh.
Please overload for
I also have no idea why I'm in this corner. You know, everyone does it, so it's probably doing something. But if you ask me what it would do, I have no clue. Not an exit, of course it's not. That would be too easy, would it? Whoa, that was a launch right there. And I am getting ready to reset checkpoint. And this reset checkpoint right here made us like 0.1 millimeter taller, meaning our movement speed increased as well.
And many
3
years
times
ago,
safe by just
I had a
resetting
dream.
checkpoint. I love it.
I found myself in a place where I understood that each of us begins as nothing.
Don't you love 3
Where
times safe?
everything I perceived was shaped by seeing it exactly the way I wanted to.
White space. And there we go. We're going behind here. What is BSG? Well, Josh, BSG is the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. And this is an event over here in the Netherlands, and people from the entire world are allowed to join. And we're just a bunch of nerds getting together to play video games and raise money for charity. And if that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to join, because it's always a lot of fun.
But in white space,
Exactly.
I also faced the greatest
I mean, I am
challenge
one
I
of the
could
team
imagine.
leads behind the scenes
Because
over at
with
BSG,
a
so yes, I will
lifetime
fit
of
right
life
in.
itself behind me, and
But
all
it
of
doesn't
the weight
guarantee
this
that my
carried,
runs get in.
I
Because if my runs are
realised that
shite,
seeing things
they
the
do not
way
get
I
in.
wanted to was not as easy as it used to be.
You know, over in the United Kingdom, they have UKSG, the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering. Yes, that is that is, if I remember correctly, it was once connected to BSG or set up by BSG. I don't know. Either way, they're good friends of BSG.
You're
Oh,
well
yeah.
beyond dreaming now, and further out than anyone has ever come
it's-
back
it's-
from.
There's
But we
like
hope that
it's
you won't
basically
get
games done
discouraged.
quick over in the
After
US,
all, if
but
this
way
is
smaller
place
and a
of
better
pure
community.
perspective, isn't it
I am
also
definitely
a place
biased.
where a different point of view
'cause, you
makes
know,
anything possible.
It's local.
Isn't that why you came here?
Blah! That was rude. Yeah, of course there are events like that. And it will be streamed live on Twitch. I should probably make a BSG command. Let's do that after this run. Okay, let's see if I can still do this. Oh, reset checkpoint. Right side of the box. Nope, that... Door. Let's practice this, shall we? Come on. I will find out how to do this. Nope. Come on. Yes, there we go. There we go. And now we're up here. Haha. Wait, what? Why does it go to YouTube? I mean, there it is. I mean, I am also live on YouTube. But that is weird. Why would it prioritize YouTube? And now it's dark. I mean, I am live on YouTube, right, Josh? Yeah, okay, fair. I mean, you could have just said hi there. But yes, okay, now comes the most difficult part. There. YouTube Live is ugly, that is fair. Okay. Let's restart live split. Let's see if we can get splits this time. And let's do better and not, you know, crash. 3, 2, 1, go! What is going on? What is going on? What is happening?
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to Somnasculpt. Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists.
Bye,
This
have fun.
orientation will adapt you to eyelids. Our
I jumped where I
interactive,
shouldn't
lucid
have
induction
jumped.
dream state in which you
Good luck
retain
playing.
full consciousness and control. Confirmed. You can move freely, interact with surrounding objects, and listen to messages from your
Well,
patient
I
care team.
somehow...
Please note that I am the standard
Actually, I was gonna make a
orientation
BSG
protocol,
command. I
and that my
completely
voice
forgot
has
to
been
make a BSG
explicitly
command.
chosen to remind
Because the
you that
live
I am
split
not a part of your patient
decided
care
to be
team.
a little shit.
I
you
do
know,
not care.
just like this cheese. That's too far away.
During eyelids, you will lose the ability
Ish
to
fine.
awaken suddenly due to realizing that this is a dream.
Oh.
Evidence. I have already informed you that
Did
this
not-
is a dream. You did not wake up. Please complete the remaining orientation
Is this going
activities.
swimmingly so far? I should make this move diagonal towards this window.
All environments perceived during eyelids should reflect a typical
come
mental
on.
state. If you believe your mental state was
Yes.
compromised by Somnasculpt, please provide a comprehensive, rational explanation in your post-procedural survey. Completed surveys may be eligible for a gift card. Please stand by
Game
for
timer
polite
isn't even running.
recognition on your completion of the Somnasculpt orientation.
What
You
is
did it.
happening with life
To
split?
maximize the time allotted for your therapeutic journey, please do not delay in proceeding through the final doorway as indicated.
Why is stuff breaking? Oh, it split. Hold the frick up. Compare against game time. Uh-huh. Yes. We have Superliminal loaded. Liminal glitchless. I don't really get it. Either way, let's open up my chatbot settings. Let's make a BSG command real quick. Well, let's see my my new command. Of course, BSG. Yep. But BSG look speedrunner gathering is a small speed run and charity event. Is it not how you spell charity? Great! You can't spell check an item. Oh, that is. I'm gonna report that as the bug. Raising money for mines. Read more over at bsgmarathon.com. And in theory, it didn't work. Why not? Why is it broken? What did I break? It is actually broken. Ah, great. Well, I know how to fix that quickly. BSG commands. Trigger, Twitch, chat message, BSG, Switch, send messages broadcaster, there's the message, save. There we go, that works. No clue what happened there with the chatbot. Anyway, life split. Why are you breaking? See. Now people are not complaining about it. Let's try again. I am confused as to what is happening. Again, nothing is... Did the auto splitter break?
Terms of service accepted. Congratulations on falling asleep. Welcome to
How
Somnasculpt.
dare you?
Your progress may be monitored by qualified specialists. This orientation will adapt you to eyelids, our interactive, lucid induction dream
there.
state in which you retain full consciousness and control.
How dare it? I am... Honestly, I'm mainly just
You can move freely,
confused.
interact with surrounding objects, and listen to messages from your patient care team. Please note that I am the standard orientation protocol and that my voice has been explicitly chosen to remind you that I am not a part of your patient care team. I do not care.
Oh, that's too far away.
During eyelids, you will lose the ability to awaken
I should
suddenly
probably,
due
like,
to realizing that this is a dream. Evidence.
throw this in the
I have
Discord after
already
stream,
informed you
but-
that this is a dream. You did not wake
I
up.
am...
Please complete the remaining orientation activities.
Almost had it there. This is definitely faster.
All environments perceived during eyelids should reflect a typical mental state.
Bang.
If you believe your
Yes.
mental state was compromised by Somnasculpt, please provide a comprehensive, rational explanation in your post-procedural survey. Completed surveys may be eligible for a gift card.
Whew. Don't fall over, don't fall over, don't fall over, thank you.
Please stand by for polite recognition on your completion of the Somnasculpt orientation. You did it. To maximize the time allotted for your therapeutic journey, please do not delay in proceeding through the final doorway as indicated.
Exactly, right here, the final doorway. Don't start. Good. Would be funny if it started right there and then there. That would be annoying, but also kind of funny. But hey, at least stuff is working-ish. You can just go there. And I can... Come on. I'll be getting there eventually.
Hello. My name is
Eventually.
Dr. Glenn Pierce.
It's a
and I'd like to
big
talk to you
keyword
about
here.
being special. So special, in fact, that we have no idea where you are. But not to worry. We're working on it.
Of course I did that. That's a pretty nice grab there. Whatever.
Hello. My name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. And
And
I'm just
grab a
popping
cube
in
and drop
to
it
give you
there.
a quick update on where you are. We still don't know, but please keep moving forward and hopefully
Why is
you
this cube
prefer
constantly
frequent
rotating?
updates to being reminded that you are completely lost.
It's fine. We may have some jank every once in a while. Also, that reminds me, I lost my notebook and
My
I
name is
don't know
Dr.
where it
Glenn
is.
Pierce, and we still can't find you.
Like last
But
time
you
I
should now have access to a
I
series
checked
of
it was in my
elevators
bag,
that
but
should
it's
trigger
not there
your
anymore.
subconscious to gradually
So, like,
wake you up.
I definitely
You
took
should
it out
also find a
somewhere,
variety of emergency exit signs
and I
that
just
should lead you
forgot
to
where I
them.
put it.
Will all of this work? Absolutely.
Not on my desk. So I'm just kind of
Hello.
confused.
My name.
Hello.
This is an automated message for all patients who attempted to use an alternate pathway to access the next phase of Somnasculpt therapy, but who have become trapped in a
let's
dream
see,
state paradox instead.
This one?
Your decisions imply a failure
may have
of
been that one.
orientation, which reflects negatively on the standard
Right, I need to
orientation
walk
protocol.
into it as it's falling.
You will rectify this failure immediately.
I'll get there eventually. But good enough.
Professional tip: the average adult can
That's
only
a
withstand 3 to 5
fine-ish
dreams
jump.
per night. Once this threshold is eclipsed by entering more dreams, your mind will suffer an explosive mental overload, reorienting you for the emergency
No, this is
exit
not a good time to
protocol.
start itching.
Please subject yourself to explosive mental overload.
These things move so slowly.
Please note that a reluctance to volunteer for the risks associated with explosive mental
Hello?
overload implies a misunderstanding of all other solutions, all of which are far more traumatic and likelier to result in catastrophe. I am not capable of suboptimal suggestions. Please exit this dream as
Don't
soon
dare.
as possible.
Stay out of my way. Yeah. Okay, so if I just don't move my mouse, I'll be fine after that. Got it. Ba 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 da da. Blackout. If I remember correctly.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and despite touring the Waterfall Serenity Zone in the previous section you've just completed, you may still be experiencing feelings of worthlessness and self-doubt. Why do I feel like everything is going wrong, even when the sun is
Yes.
shining?
I should definitely warn of flashing lights during BSG for this. Moving that out of the way. That. You know, just going left, as always. That was a pretty smooth jump. Here's a maze that we are just gonna, you know, skip over as you do.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to talk more about the feelings
Let's
of
see.
worthlessness and self-doubt I mentioned before. You feel this way because you want the kind of happy life you see all around you, the kind you know everyone else is enjoying. And that's exactly why we're here to help.
I walked straight into that one. Lovely.
Warning. You were advised to subject yourself to explosive mental overload by descending into additional dreams, but have now
Hey.
descended into a dream within a dream instead, disorienting yourself even further. You are responsible
Of course,
for
I
failing
love
to make this
disorientation.
crucial distinction.
You don't? Gonna go through this. Going through this door, then going through this box over here. That basically forms a perfect stair into getting up here.
Did you know that unintentional multi-dream layering occurs in less than 1% of patients? This correlates strongly with the 99% of patients who are able to follow simple instructions from the standard orientation protocol.
Does it now? But hey, do you all enjoy avocados or do you not? That is the true question, obviously. As it always has been. Cue me not paying attention. There you go. There were not enough doors. Needed like 1 or 2 more to make that work properly.
Attention, Dr. Pierce requires you to note the following risks of dream overexposure. Significant memory loss, both quantitative and qualitative. Hallucinations of dreaded or annoying objects. Unrealistic beliefs about the lengths of hallways. And other side effects
Smiley
which have not yet been
face.
discovered or which cannot be understood.
We love ourselves a little bit of smiley face cursor. Come on. Okay, so what?
Warning.
Multi-clicking
Dr.
is not the
Pierce is
solution. I should be able to finish it in a
frantically
single
submitting
click,
numerous spelling
apparently.
and grammar mistakes into the standard orientation protocol.
But I
in a
just need
desperate
more
attempt to counsel
practice.
you. I have no subroutine to correct these errors, but I cannot compromise the integrity of the standard orientation protocol. You will not receive these messages. They would not make sense
There
regardless.
we go. There was a socket there in the wall.
Attention.
I should not
Dr.
have gotten
Pierce
stuck on,
continues to
but then I
input
didn't, which is
significant
good.
errors. I will interpret his basic ideas. Hello, my introductions are redundant. I am a real doctor who went to doctor school. VR has never been a mistake. I can help you, but I also do not know how. Transmission ends.
Hello, name's my peers,
Name's
doctor. Now we're getting Dollhouse. And my arms are getting sticky on my desk. Love it. Very, very long hallway, of course. Watching the window. Yeah. Luckily, that door is big enough. Now I know what's missing
Hello,
here.
My name
The
is
I Have
Dr.
a Dream
Glenn Pierce.
music.
This
That's
is a
played under the music
notification
slider.
that you have reappeared
Interesting.
on our monitoring system after a prolonged absence. Please continue to do whatever you did most recently.
Interesting
and
choice, not gonna
discontinue
lie.
whatever you were doing immediately prior to that.
Eh. Come on, Dollhouse. I will defeat you. I will defeat your evil. I am too big, aren't I? Am I too small? I was about to say. No. I was the perfect size. That's also interesting. The thought of you being
Hello,
sticky is not
my
stuck
name
in
is
your
Dr.
head.
Glenn
You're
Pierce.
welcome.
In addition to continuing
I am
and discontinuing
like my
as
skin is
mentioned
sticking to my desk,
Please
so
also
you know it
disregard
is the
any
truth.
unsettling experiences that you may have
Come on.
recently had. Everything should have now reverted to being soothing and therapeutic. If this is not the
Aw.
case, you may be receiving this message in error.
There. That is too big, probably. But it's kind of annoying to have my arms stick to my desk like that. I should probably invest in like a desk pad.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn
Someday.
Pierce, and I'd like to read you my favorite inspirational quote by me. The worst thing you can do is focus on negativity. It won't spare you from the cage of death, the pain of disease.
That was rude. Let's call it. Oh boy, I am super small. Okay. Let's fix that. Don't fall, don't fall.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce, and I'd like to thank you for triggering every single one of our 823 emergency protocols. This will assist us greatly in improving the system for future patients. Congratulations. Anyway, you're now headed in the right direction, and we should be able to initiate the emergency exit protocol shortly.
The game has 100%. Like it's plotting against me. That's what I want to say. This game is 100% plotting against me.
Emergency exit protocol initiated. Please prepare to conclude your Somnasculpt experience in
10, 9.
8. Error. Error logged by.
Orientation protocol.
Stand by for analysis.
Ugh. I had a feeling I didn't trigger that.
Emergency exit protocol initiated. Please prepare to conclude your Somnasculpt experience in 10, 9, 8. Error. Error logged
Go
by.
on.
Orientation protocol.
Stand by for analysis.
Okay, good. Yeah, because the music wouldn't play until like here.
Hypothesis. Patient was improperly oriented. Conclusion. Impossible. Reformulating.
I went too far. Come on. There you go. And now we are going to make the fire extinguisher work.
Instruction. Continue with Somnasculpt therapy indefinitely on an independent basis, as all orientation resources have been exhausted. This concludes your standard
Let's
orientation
see.
protocol. Goodbye.
Come on, yes, there we go. Hit it instantly. That one is the easiest to actually hit. The other ones require some precise lining up. It's not pixel perfect, but this should be good enough. I should have been a little bit lower by the looks of it. Next up, I'm gonna wedge myself against this thing and hit the light. Yeah. The lineups are quite precise. With that one, I should have aimed a little bit lower. Hello? Hello? Why are you like this? This game is something, alright?
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce. Thank you for completing the Somnasculpt Standard Orientation Protocol.
Whee!
Before you begin the first phase of therapy, I'd like to briefly describe the finite and fragile nature of the dream state.
Perfect. That went actually really well. That jump there. Wow.
Of course, nothing is more challenging than the difficulty of changing perspective, of fundamentally altering your perceptions in a way that will enable you to face dire trial-by-fire scenarios with solutions that could not be found otherwise.
Let's see. Come on. Yes, I will drink water after this run. Hey. And there. Yay, we did it! I am so good. It's insane. Hello? Oh.
Finally, while we respect the unique progress of every patient, you must understand that it is possible to completely exhaust your
This
supply
is
of
fine.
dreams, thereby entering a state in which you will not be able to wake up, even with the help of triggering mechanisms.
Yes, I agree. Like this one. Right, left, and back. Boop.
Please listen carefully for the sound of an
You.
alarm clock, which will automatically play
Yes,
if
you.
you are approaching a destabilizing dream
I was
weight.
correct. Awesome. Would you look at that? I finally hit it.
This is highly unusual. It appears you have entered the Somnasculpt diagnostic framework.
Hello, let me
Patients
in.
do not have access to this dream. Diagnostic warning. Unrealistic use of dream objects may result in
Ow.
dream integrity fail states.
There we go. Drink some water.
Please paradox from creating any refrains. Explosive dream overload. Result. Please
I don't know if you can see this, but yeah. Also, I just realized
Please overload for dream explosion.
I forgot to turn on my lights. Although I'm a little bit overexposed right now. Darp. And jumping over here. Hello? And we're getting ready for our free time safe right here.
Hello, my name is Dr. Glenn Pierce.
Hello, Dr.
And
Glenn
many
Pierce.
years ago,
You had a dream. Tell me all about your
I
dream.
found myself in a place where I understood that each of us begins as nothing, where everything I perceived was shaped by seeing it exactly the way I wanted to.
I'm sorry, that was a little bit loud. And suddenly, it's all quiet again. We're going this way. Bum, bum, bum. Something was also tapping there, and I still don't know what that is. But hey, that is fine. There. That worked well enough, actually.
But in white space, I also faced the greatest challenge I could imagine. Because with a lifetime of life itself behind me, and all of the weight that it carried, I realized that seeing things the way I wanted to was not as easy as it used to be.
Now we're going to a great part.
You're well beyond dreaming now, and further out than anyone has ever come back from. But we hope that you won't get discouraged. After
Nah, I
all,
probably
if
won't.
this is a place of pure perspective, isn't it also a place where a different point of view could make anything possible?
There.
Isn't that why you came here?
That's probably fine, right? Don't you love it when jumps get eaten? Works now. Don't know why it didn't work just then. Okay, let's try this again. Nope. I'm gonna keep practicing until I get it. There we go. It needs to be bigger. That was not bad, actually. Now it's just darkness. Just lots of darkness. Which is beautiful. Also, welcome back, everyone. Right, retrospect. There. 2609. That is pretty good for me. Anyway, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, grab myself some more water, and I'll be back in a bit to do my disrupt run of not for broadcast. Button.
Go, Megan.
Ah!
We're only getting started.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Donald.
I need to get a way to like have this done automatically. There we go. Hello, officially now. Welcome back. We are on the lockdown currently. I'm doing a little bit more story modes, but just because I like that. Let's see, day 3, the lockdown.
Alex, oh thank God you're alive.
Can I please?
This has no credibility, Jenny. No professionalism. It's not a mess. Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful.
Crazy
And it's
Neil.
the difference. Of course,
Employee
Megan's
training
face the
video.
problem, but I can't
And
see it.
occupational hazards.
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another
Keep an eye on
romantic
that.
comedy.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
A compassionate statement from the eye of the beholder. I'm gonna play internal use only just because I can.
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably
Let's
a
do
third
this.
one.
It's the National Weather Report.
5, 4,
But now
3,
it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson for the
Good
National
evening.
Night
I'm
News.
Jeremy Donaldson.
and I'm Megan Wolf.
Jeremy
Our
Donaldson.
main stories tonight.
Snuggle Fun? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehug stories woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs we have so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph
Of course,
suggests,
Snugglehugs is bad.
they may be changing tactics.
Hold up, I forgot to change the category. Browser, 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 browser! Not for broadcast. There we go. I'm sorry, Twitch. I'm sorry, did you just put it back to Superliminal? No, okay, it did. Let's edit you quickly. Not for broadcast. Save. There we go.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household
Oops, sorry.
implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up good and tight.
This frightening new development means that even those previously thought to be relatively safe, like the young and fit, must take care to watch their backs and keep their ears open for the soft steps of sinister feet.
Yes.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehugs' batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson house.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they'd previously rejected as unfulfilling, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle tugging.
Transformation. Popular cemetery Johnny Handsleeves, who has recently been suffering with his health, sent us this photo today, presumably in a pathetic attempt to stay relevant at a time of global crisis.
Since receiving his test results, things in Johnny's life have taken a surprising turn. He's certainly using the lockdown to reinvent himself.
I'm gonna go for the...
Johnny says that since dedicating himself to the Dark Lord, he's confident he can overcome his recently diagnosed terminal illness.
Yes.
Satan's got my gorgeous back, said Johnny, and I've got his scaly one.
The shape of things to come. In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborgen Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellant imaging.
Many of the Forsborg and Horgans brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public
Black-haired girl.
imagination. With a recent vote named Helveticus Forsborg and Wallensford the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greetings, Upsiders. This is Times Forsborg and Wallensford reporting from Dante's Taint on our 3,756th day in this miserable fucking cave. Every day is the same. Every day.
Come on!
Is that something new on the wall? Oh, of course it is. It never fucking is. And Mum and Dad talking about science all the fucking time. Who cares about science? I'm young. I want to do young people things.
Yes, you want to do young people stuff.
But every eligible partner in this undersea toilet was grown from
Snuggle hugs or snuggle foxes climbing up the antenna.
Why haven't you come to save us yet? We're practically human like shit. Dad's coming.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now.
Everyone knows time moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why baths take so long.
That's right. And if anyone will tell you, the deeper the bath,
The quicker the relativistic forces of temporal causality will have a measurable effect upon the fixed dimensional parameters of your environment.
Yes, I've said that many times.
Papers, please. With the lockdown
Oh,
becoming
papers,
ever
please.
more
That's a
rigorous
game.
having
They said the name of a game.
Increasingly important, Alex.
The government caused controversy today
That one.
by announcing a fresh charge of passport fraud with an imaginative form of punishment for those found guilty of this brand new but incredibly serious crime.
In what's being called a draconian
You know, the
measure,
only reason they're talking about passport fraud here is because I previously gave my passport to my brother or family member.
But if you sink, well, you'll go well with profiteroles, Jeremy.
And Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people...
Goodbye!
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me.
Oh, I forgot to switch to Jeremy there. I am so sorry.
Let's play that thing.
Good evening. One of the many new jobs I have in this current crisis is to liaise on a daily basis.
Hello, Snugglefox. Goodbye, Snugglefox.
Have made me aware of these. Now, these are genuine requests from citizens for permission to go outside. Now, I would like to share a few of these with you tonight under the loose heading of what the fuck is wrong with you people? How difficult is this to grasp? How difficult is this to grasp? James from Angerhampton, who
That is
says
quite funny. So they filmed this during actual lockdown in like 2020, 2021.
that I like to try and feed
That's
them.
quite funny.
I call him Mr. Quackington, and I think we're really starting to bomb. No, James, they make their hives in parks. And then Katie, from Self-Righteous on Sea, wants to go out.
Stop.
So she can deliver homemade meals
Oh.
to the elderly. No, Katie.
I shouldn't leave
Stay
there.
at home. Your casserole's dire, and Shirley can get by with tins of creamed rice from the 1950s. And you, Lewis.
So we got Crazy Neil's
from
Eternal Use and
Hamble
Occupational
Family.
Hazards. That's the one I'm gonna
Those
play.
screams you heard in the alley last night behind your house are best left to the police. Now, I want to make as clear
Goodbye.
as I can. Think first. Stop sending me stupid, sodding requests and stay inside. Pretend it's not happening until we tell you it's all over.
Yes.
Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon. While
Patrick!
two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were, say, a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Rimington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Delia Lionel.
Oh, I like her.
Don't, why do you do that?
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News.
Nailed it! Okay, interference, let's go! No, of course you, biscuits. What? What? Snugglehawks? I want to watch this rush back later.
First tonight, how did we get here? Where are we going? And most importantly, who's to blame?
Joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield, Milkirky is the CEO of Rimington's Fist, internationally respected business Bengali, Sophia Rimington.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professor.
Yes, of course.
Is that what you call the voices in your head? Is that what you call the
We
voices
seem to
in your
attract
head?
dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snuggle range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record we would never have sought to claim.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. I'm sorry. We're sorry. From everyone here at Rimington's Fist, but especially the dedicated inventors and world-beating engineers at Rimming Toys. We are deeply
Rimming
sorry.
Toys. Oh my god.
Who could have predicted that letting a child's toy learn how to love could have such unforeseen consequences?
Mary Shelley?
We see you, Sophia Rimington. You are preening by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither
Mr. Snuggle.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only the past is concrete. I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop when he made the first dancing hangman toy. He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep, I'd wind it up and let it go, and I'd watch that happy little execution as
Goodbye!
he wave his tiny noose and dance before my eyes. Grandpa sold thousands of them. On the quiet, obviously. And he used the money he made to found Rimming Toys, which is now just one small part of the global supermassive megacore that is Rimington's Fist. Sadly, we lost
Rimington's
Grandpa along
Fist.
the way. He died in a fire at the preschool tobacco factory, another one of his pet projects. But we never lost his spirit of invention.
Yes, I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson. The passion to create, to problem solve. And that is why I'm here today, to tell you about a brand new product we're launching simultaneously around the world from midnight tonight.
We said science! Science! We hear its song on the breeze.
Her face, it's lovely.
Under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well, please, don't keep us in suspense any longer.
Won't be my feature she's making up next.
Remington's Fist is proud to present Snuggle Traps. Safety and security in these dangerous times. Each box of Snuggle Traps contains 8 devices, all guaranteed to stop a Mrs. Snugglehug in its tracks. That's enough for a small lawn or 4 window boxes.
Oh, come on.
And you want to know the best thing? They're only $129.99 a box. Now that is affordable peace of mind.
We see you, Jeremy Donaldson.
The amusement in his face.
The best thing about Snuggle Traps is they're powered by next generation Flardinium batteries. So, however long the enemy lasts, these traps will outlast them.
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. You are screaming and yelling. Your friends are crying. They
Right, the
fear
gun
you.
stuff.
And then you're gone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think I did.
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Aren't they dangerous, say, to children?
Oh, hell yeah. These are not toys. But they're explosive fun.
Sophia Rimington, Dr. Delia Lywell, thank you for joining us.
When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages.
Bandages. Mr. Snugglefuck!
Oh yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we... very nice, that young Miss Remington. I think she'd make an interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so? I think I'd rather spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred crystals up my skeptical arsehole.
Yes, Remington, exactly, Remington. That's definitely intentional. So, should I switch occupational hazards for reflections? I do definitely want to play internal use only.
I used to have a ventriloquist act. I cheated rather because I trained a dog to talk. You can get down on all fours and yap like a dog for only $22.99.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming.
With nail appeal.
Yeah, exactly, you said it, I've said
I
it.
had a mission.
He must know, he's not stupid. I just don't want it getting back to him that it came from us. Hey, no, Jenny. You're not backing out on me now. We're in this together. It's gonna work. I've made the cake, you're on the balloons. Got no idea how old he is. 40? 70? Yeah. Okay, coming back. In 5, 4, 3... Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Ruth. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces.
Wow,
Joining me are
okay.
respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie,
Oops,
how are you
wrong clap.
coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that...
Oh yeah, these are creepy as fuck and they're alive.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly...
I want to do a run next where I do play the
what
ads.
economists are like.
The Mr. Snugglefuck.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap seats.
Oh no.
Alan, I'm so sorry
Yes.
to hear that.
Yeah. People are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is
James is right.
What was that?
You. You're unbelievable. You.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment.
Yes, in this universe, lockdown is caused by the toys. But actually, this lockdown is a dream. I got electrocuted previously and knocked out to the floor.
That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no, but...
Did you know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo.
He's got a point.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit!
Well, then I must be wrong.
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
Katie, how do you respond?
Alan
to
James is
Alan's
amazing
claims that the snuggle hugs
actor.
might be dangerous after all.
I suppose I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehug.
Oh, hey, Jeremy's back with a sandwich.
But it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
to repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on with all our liberal indulgences like cake and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborn, or to put the loved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all
Wait, why did
successfully
you
come
agree with
together
that?
as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully
Look
we
at
will
this massive
appease
sandwich.
the great ancient. Hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under Advance, they've invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
You just stop for 5 fucking seconds.
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army.
They're in the same room!
Amassing an army to kidnap
That's you. That's what you sound like. That's you. That's what you sound like.
But
Meh.
I
Meh.
the
Meh.
the
Meh.
the I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound like that.
And that's why no one wants to be your friend. And that's why no
I've
one
got loads of friends.
No, you haven't.
I don't think you do, Alan.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Oh, poor Alan.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James.
Alan, you know what they
Katie
say about
Brightman, thank you
snitches?
for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy,
Sorry, I had to
who is
broadcast
going
that.
to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute
Bye, Jeremy.
report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for what I'm sure was a reasonable debate, which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that.
Patrick
It's
Bannon! Patrick Bannon!
Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there?
Yep, I can. It's as you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. And my question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just
Pay
now?
close attention, this section is hilarious.
The fledgling career of this young, promising journalist before his full potential is even realised. Will he die underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid?
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there?
That's actually a sponge. What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof.
Man, if I ever need to like write a broadcast for something that if I'm producing a video, I want these two as a reporter and a news anchor. They just fit so well.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets?
Not safe at all, Jeremy. Not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
Mm-hmm. And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
Which street? I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on?
Oh, just wait, Sparrow. He's on Bannon Street.
Oh God. I was just looking for a sign. There it is. I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue? Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue on the sign, it says there.
Like Patrick Bannon?
Oh yeah, that is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. I don't know what's going on there.
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm at home, to be honest. Alright, fine. Well, I mean my bath.
He's in a bathtub.
You know, I couldn't face it, to be honest, mate. It's it's terrible out there. I don't want to go outside. They're everywhere. I'm sorry for lying.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick. We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick.
Okay,
but
watch
it
this.
sounds
This is gonna be
unmistakably
good.
Like a tiny fist tapping on your door there. A tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh fuck, Jeremy! Shit, no! Oh bollocks, Jeremy!
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of lying little roving reporters.
But you're lying, aren't you? Oh shit! Fucking listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just piss off!
Yeah, I love how he...
Snuggle fuck! I'm too talented to die! I'm too talented to die! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh God.
Yep.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off.
Uh-oh. What is happening?
What do you see, Patrick? What do you see, Patrick?
there they are! Oh my god.
Thank you, Patrick, for that report, showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be hoping to take your mind off the world for a little while, and who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes,
Okay. Sparrow, choose now. Reflections or occupational hazards?
For internal use only. First, I'd like to take this opportunity to reassure you all that we will be staying on air, maximizing revenue.
Oh, oops.
We will be using this as an opportunity to fire the more annoying among you, like
Hazards?
Gary,
Hazards it is.
Eric, and queefing Janet. I'd like to address the rumors.
Why does the sun what is happening?
This is Hogwarts.
Why does the sun have a face?
I spent it on unnecessary informational videos and Carl, my personal human shield. Finally, I want to remind all of you of the strict guidelines you must follow during this crisis. Stay calm, for God's sake. Panicking makes you less productive, and that makes Bozeman sad. Protect network equipment at all costs. We have literally hundreds of employees, but our budget is limited. We ask you to do the right thing and value our property over your personal safety. If you're working from home, please refrain from taking meetings on the toilet. Even if you're not going, we can still tell from the way your voice is all echoing. A reminder, the dress code is still in force. I can hear a tie on a conference call like a baby in a vacuum cleaner.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to. I don't have to. No, you're being a child. I'm not.
Why are Snuggle Fox in my office?
I'm not. No. Oh, 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, welcome back anyway. We know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight, we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people felt it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overruled those people. So
7,
it's time to find out who will National
5,
Nightly win.
4, 3.
And who will National Nightly lose.
National Nightly, National Nightly, National Nightly lose.
So, hey, well, joining me as a man who knows all about playing, it's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right, Johnny. It's good to see ya.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy?
What do you mean lockdown?
The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Ah, yeah. I think I heard about that actually. Yeah.
You're in bed, Tommy.
Yeah. You called during nap time, so.
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played?
Well, it's pretty simple, Jeremy, you sausage. I'm going to ask contestants from around the territory 3 questions about what else, yours truly. And those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Jeremy. Thank you. This.
Is that?
What is that?
What is that?
It's my athletic support, Jeremy.
Oh.
But I've signed it, so.
Oh, well then, what a fantastic prize.
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once-in-a-lifetime prize, Jimmy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
I've never been so excited, Jeremy. And can I just say, I love you. Both of you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
Oh, Angie, I love you. In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie.
Well, what can I say? My name is Angie.
Boom.
Always has been. I'm a human woman.
No way, you're a human.
Has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get this shambles underway?
Absolutely, John. Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please?
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a clock. So,
Well, why don't you start, and I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right, here we go. Time starts. Now. Question 1. When is my birthday?
The 13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. Question 2. What? I said, what is my favourite colour?
Crushed praline 4.
Correct, the colour of my nipples.
What?
And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign?
That's a trick question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable, that is correct. Stop the clock.
Wow, that really was tough to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well, Angie, my love, you got every single question right. Which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye.
Make me come over.
Tested on the line at Jellybean.
Oh.
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course I am, Jamie, darling.
Thank you for being here, Sonia.
Oh, there you are, Tommy. Mwah.
Let me guess, you work in theatre, don't you?
Is it that obvious? What gave it away? Was it the glamour or poise?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia.
Oh, well, if you must play this game. I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia?
Well, they may have closed the theatres, shut the studios, and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artist contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow.
Wow, that certainly is sharp.
Standard stuff, standard stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us from?
Well, I work from home, you know.
Is that algebra?
And who's this?
Oh, well, you know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy?
We've got time.
Well, if it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's all right. Don't worry.
Hey, I'd love to show you some of my stuff.
Sorry,
I've
what?
been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During lockdown, we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children, haven't we?
People still let you know their children, do they?
That's right. Yeah. I've been developing some shows for younger children.
Well, we'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil?
Absolutely dying to.
Right, so, what do kids love?
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers?
That's right. Animals! So, I'm trying to address the things that kids
They're not
need
even
to know,
listening.
but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think, yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am, yeah. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does, yes. He's a porcupine. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It speaks to people.
I'm going to say something to you, mate. I think you're onto something here.
Oh, the bear,
Oh,
the
yes, right. This one is much better. So
Okay.
This one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear because all of the other bears don't think that he'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear is a tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in.
Goodbye.
He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life
Forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. he meets a wise old octopus
What?
who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff.
And what you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8-armed gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Of course it is.
Wow, you really have taken yourself to new depths. And what do you want children to take away from this?
Oh, fuck shit, fuck.
What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
Are you all right, Jamboree?
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington.
No, stop. How does it end? We need to know how it ends.
Well, all the animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band happen, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
Oh, and we end. We end on
Yeah,
a
math is
big
really important.
musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging.
Oh.
Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
Yeah, I might be able to... Hang on.
Wait.
Can we get Angie back?
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill
Oh,
then,
there was
shall
a
I?
cut there.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights!
Or wanted. At all. I can only apologise in advance for what we're all about to endure.
You turn this shitting thing up. Well, there's all sorts of creatures down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Like wise old Mr. Octopus with way too many arms.
Yay.
There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cow. They're always in good moods. But that's 'cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food.
Oh, lovely.
Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die.
Lovely.
Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse.
You know what I hate about this, like, beats pinging? It's not on the beat. So I constantly go off beat.
Professional sports. Now he's an alcoholic and he's on his third divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there?
That's not the sync with the beat.
Lower your expectations.
Okay.
Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar.
Something is gonna happen, I know it.
Congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there?
I am so bad at...
That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Well, I'm sure we'll all still be singing that tomorrow morning. That's it from us for tonight. Many thanks to all our guests. I look forward to seeing them all again.
Why are you
eventually
dressed as a devil?
But before we go, Alex, I wondered if I might have a word.
Oh, hello.
You see, I've had my eye on you, friend, and I've got to say I'm not liking what I'm seeing. You keep letting me down, chum. Playing it safe. Making the dull, boring choices, failing to assert yourself. No one likes a pushover, Alex.
Wow, damn, Megan.
And frankly, chum, you're acting like a bit of a wimp. Alex, will you give away your passport so my super rich sibling can abandon us all? Sure, here it is. Pathetic. Can I have the money we need for food so I can go around the continent on a jolly? Sure, Susie. We can always eat your grandma when we run out of food. Wouldn't it have felt better to take charge? Aren't you tempted to just lay down the law? You know what's hot, Alex?
Me?
Other than me, obviously. Confidence. Power. Control. We're all drawn to it, like rats to the piper. Don't you care where your son goes at night? You will when you find out. Look, far be it from me to try and lead you down the dark
I know where my
path,
son goes.
although Sort of is my whole raison d'etre. But imagine, just for a moment, that none of this was real. It was just some stupid game where you could just do it all over again if it all went wrong.
That's what I'm doing.
Imagine if Sam and Charlie and Susie were just characters.
The fourth wall breaking here is amazing.
Think of all the fun you could have.
There was a
Just
cut
being
there with
bad,
the way
you
she
know.
moved her head.
For the hell of it. My name's
4,
Megan Wolf.
3.
Have an evil night. Ugh. Jen, I'm just gonna go smoker. Okay, can you get Bozeman on the phone? Babe, I don't care if this is a dream, a bad trip, or a shock-induced coma. I did not sign up to be dressed like a slag, doshing out wristies for a 20. All right, I'm a professional news anchor, not a fucking bogan. It's bad enough that he makes me do that unconvincing accent the whole time. I mean, look at this. My skirt's so short you can see my Jew. Alex, why don't you wake up,
Oh, hello?
You fucking perv.
What? What? Whoa! What? Oh yes, achievement, finally! Got an A+ for 3 different broadcasts. Devil Mech cares? Is this what I think it is? Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll all still be singing that tomorrow morning. That's it from us.
What about the Reverend Wolf? I think this is what I got last time. Yeah, this is the other one.
Amen, Mr. Bear. Amen.
What does National Nightly lose? Just curious, you know? Because I kind of want to watch this. The one where Jeremy makes a sandwich.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to.
It's Lockdown Live, probably. I'm gonna find it. I am going to find it.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming. Oh, exactly. You said it, I've said it.
I will never.
He must
understand.
know, he's not stupid.
I don't expect you to.
Why under your
I just
pillow,
don't want
though?
it getting back to him that it came
It's
from us.
self-love. You should support me.
Hey,
I support
no,
self-love.
Jenny. You're not backing
it's
out
the
on me
photo
now.
of yourself you
We're in
sleep
this
with
together.
I'm struggling with.
It was a good day for me.
We'll get him.
Ear-wise.
I've made the cake, you're on the
I
blues.
was walking down the street.
Got no idea how old he is.
Caught my own reflection.
40, 17.
Thought, what a brave young man.
Okay, coming back. In 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Roof. Now it's time to take a trip around the country to hear how the lockdown might impact the nation from some friendly faces. Joining me are respected academic Katie Brightman and author of Alan James's Kites, Alan James. Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me, Megan.
Thanks, Megan. It really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our little heated encounter.
I wish I could say the same.
So first off, Katie, how are you coping?
I'm holding up okay. The lockdown directive was so sudden that, like many people, I haven't been able to get home.
Oh no, what happened?
I was staying at a hotel after an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me.
Exactly. My tour has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every
The
single
music makes it
ticket,
so
even
much
the
better.
cheap
It's
seats.
hilarious.
Oh, Alan, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. People are being quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise I've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim.
So, this is just a reminder that my book, Alan James's Reich, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
You're unbelievable.
So, Katie, how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic.
Could it be?
Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. Shh. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that, Alan?
Well, I haven't actually seen one of these supposed toys. Have you?
Well, no.
Great arguments
Did
coming
you
in.
know 3,000 people die every year from regular toys? That's a lot of people. And this is no...
Come on, Jeremy. Sandwich.
situation will
There
all
he
blow
is.
over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
To repent, exactly right.
I want to
Katie.
hear what's going on with
We
Jeremy.
brought it on ourselves with all our liberal interests like art, cake, and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborns, or to push a beloved family pet.
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any worse?
Luckily, over the past few years under
Come on,
advance,
Jeremy, what are
they've
you gonna do?
invested heavily into health, so the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army. Amassing an army to kidnap.
You already did that, Jeremy.
That's you. That's what you sound like.
Ba 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 da ba. Ba 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 da ba.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
You do, Alan. You do sound.
What is?
And that's why
Oh,
no
and
one wants to
Olive,
be your
right?
I've got loads of friends.
friend. No, you haven't.
I don't think you
Oh,
do.
look how happy he is.
Yeah, stop lying, Alan.
I'm not lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me.
I'm getting my
Some
needle.
real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of
course it's
the
not ideal,
nation.
but, you know, I'm not
Over to
going
you,
out
Jeremy.
there. I couldn't care less.
Thank you
I don't
for what
care
I'm sure
anyone
was
says.
a reasonable...
My way works, and also you're going to invoice me. I want to get paid back for the gaffer tape, for the
Hear
cost
that.
of the...
It's Patrick
poster I've
Brennan.
made.
Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here.
That was funny. Just to see what he was actually saying. Day 154, a rude awakening. The rhythmic beeping of the heart monitor brings you slowly back to consciousness. Opening your eyes, you're greeted by a semicircle of concerned faces. Your family by your side. A reassuringly familiar sight in these new surroundings. You blink a few times to clear the sleep from your eyes and bring everyone into focus. You feel a hand on yours, gentle but reassuring. Sam is there with you as always. Their expression, understandably concerned, is somehow even more affectionate than ever. We knew you'd be okay. No, never doubted it for a second, and if I ever see that Bozeman, you squeeze their hand back and attempt a wink. The worried lines on Sam's forehead fade a bit. Lord knows you've both got to be anxious and about without your health being thrown into the mix. Oh, you both got enough to be anxious about without your health being thrown into the mix. I can read. With a final smile at them, you turn to the rest of your family. I can read. Just as you feel Susie's absence, you notice Charlie fidgeting, clearly trying not to look worried. As soon as you turn to look at him, you can see Charlie tense up, his concern clear in his face. So, you're definitely good, right? He finally asks, quickly looking away. Of course I am, buddy. There's nothing to be worried about. Charlie looks at you and grins. One of those infectious smiles that spreads around the room. It's always good to have him in your corner. Your smile fades as you notice your mother staring listlessly out the window. Despite all your best efforts, she's not been doing well lately. Are you okay, Mum? Your mother starts your call, clearly shocking her out of her reverie. She turns to you and smiles. And you're grateful to see the increasingly rare recognition in her eyes. Yes, dear, of course. How are you feeling? You smile warmly and nod. But before you can respond, a doctor bustles in and ushers everyone out. She asks you what it feels like for the 100th time, how you're feeling. Surprisingly well, all things considered. And I'm in worrying depth. Excellent. There's no sign of real damage, just a bit of shock to the old system. Pardon the pun. She smiles. Not that we'd recommend you do anything like that again, of course. After a couple of days of rest at home, you should feel right as rain. She turns to leave, but stops at the door. So I wonder, right? Would this scene never play out if I never accept the job opening? I wonder. Oh, and the private room and care, the doctor gestures to your room, which you notice looks rather expensive, has all been paid for by a Mr. Bozeman. He left us flowers and said not to worry and to take the rest of the week off. He'll see you on Monday, apparently. Yeah, that seems like the least he could do. Also noticing some VHS glitching. Interesting. Very interesting. A burden to bear. You come home from a particularly light shift. It is all the same, isn't it? Suddenly, the bills are all you can see. Yep. Makeshift room. We're gonna book in. What else could you have done? Oh. We don't get a choice here. Got it. Got it. A letter home. Sam's out work tonight and Charlie's staying at friends. House is yours. You ordered takeaway and have a couple of drinks. Send your text. Comedy it is. Humor's a bit, little miss. Hey, sweetheart, Charlie. Wiping the spice of affecting it. Curious. It's a note. Hey, sweetheart, Charlie, Susie's present. Would you mind looking for it tonight? As you hold it closer, you're surprised to find the gift actually engraved lighter for Chippy. She claims the nickname's affectionate, but Charlie still scowls every time she says it. And you're not sure Sam would approve. The accompanying note from Susie explains Kyrgyzstan has a long tradition of glorifying the art of starting fires. Thought you'd like it, didn't do anything stupid. Susie, hopefully it's a souvenir, not a pastime he's picked up. Or about to pick up. It's nice she thought of him. This is different. This is different. Ooh. Okay. Let's go. The silence.
God, I'm sorry. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm sorry.
Crazy Neil. Sports.
What?
You're fired.
What for? Fatal sabotage?
Jenny, I want her
Oh.
fired today, now.
Okay, that one's broken.
Don't worry, Kath, it'll be all right.
No, it won't be all right, Kath. Pack up your weapons of optical destruction and get out.
You realise
Poor
you're getting
Kath.
sound lately?
I mean it, Kath.
Stay where you are, Kath. Jenny?
This is not Jenny's decision, Jeremy, or yours.
Damn, Megan.
Oh, good. You can tell him I'll return his wife's casserole dish at our dinner next week.
Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey returns with a new season
Jenny.
in sizes. And his very first guest is popular parrot Hamilton.
Sorry, Kath, you're gonna have to leave.
At 11:30.
Poor Kath.
Bill for popular transatlantic conference that none.
Letting it go to your head.
She nearly blinded me.
10 seconds,
I thought we were
everybody.
all part of a team these days.
Things are better, Jeremy, you know that.
Okay, we get 3 options now.
Behind my seat and do your job.
You'll have me fired too.
3.
Megan and all the team at the National.
Good evening.
Let's see what we
I'm
get.
Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight.
The establishment strikes back. The World Council has agreed today to impose punitive sanctions on the people of this country.
The sanctions, which are broad-ranging, include restrictions on the supply of oil and gas, food, clothing, and
This is
even
bad.
some
We don't like this.
But how should we react? We asked the public.
What are your reaction to the sanctions?
It's fucking outrageous. My mom needs insulin. Am I supposed to get a transition? What's the government doing about it? Hey? What's the government doing about it?
Thanks, Patrick. Fascinating stuff. Thanks, Patrick.
Popular Prime Minister Julia Salisbury has released a reassuringly brave statement in response to the World Council's controversial announcement.
This international declaration is nothing short of outrageous.
Oh.
We are a democratically elected government with massive popular support. We do
I can
not
hear the antenna in my
recognise
right
these
ear
sanctions.
change something.
And we encourage other socially progressive nations of the world to both
Oh.
resist and ignore them.
This.
Advance have struck fear into the heart of the international community.
I got
by
this.
showing that it is possible to have radical change for the betterment of the many. And whilst I wish we could improve other countries as much as we have our own, we do not rely on the help of others to thrive. This country is entirely self-sufficient.
I got it.
We are a team.
Come on.
Now more than ever. And this team is on your side.
There we go. Nailed it.
Thank you.
Defiant stuff. But what do you, the public, think of
We-
our
we-
government's
we're not
stance?
too much
Robin
fun.
Short found out. Robin Short found out.
Hi there. Robin Short, National Nightly News. I was wondering if I could get your thoughts on the current government.
I'm not really very interested in politics, really. As Mother always said, leave politics to the politicians, Malcolm.
A Flard Day's Night. Following the release of the Flardmaster 5000, production of
Flard?
Flards are at an all-time
Right,
high,
Flard.
requiring the new manufacturing facility in Grizzleford to move to 24-hour-a-day production.
With people finding more and more uses for the ever-versatile Flard, the team at Brewington Cyst certainly have their hands full keeping up with demand.
So, is there anything better than a handful of Flards? We asked Patrick to find out. Patrick?
What's your opinion of Flards?
I'd get them banned, mate. Flards killed 3 members of my family and more than one pet. We should have stuck with Werbs. It was safer then.
A momentary lapse of reason. Commuters across the capital found themselves somewhat bemused by the latest stunt by controversial protest group Disrupt.
In a baffling start to the day, commuters found
We like
outside
Disrupt.
every major station, all dressed and posed identically. Whether we're supposed to be amused or intimidated is anybody's guess, Jeremy. But most commuters didn't even stop to notice.
Well, as long as it's not some grand contemporary dance, it's probably harmless.
Exactly.
But how do we all feel about Disrupt and their eclectic tactics? Robin found out.
How do you feel about Disrupt?
Oh, well, now you're talking. Ruddy hero, showing us not to take it lying down like Iris here.
So you both feel they're a cause worth supporting?
Oh, Iris doesn't speak on mine, but we're pretty sure there's still one in there, aren't we, love? Wherever it is, it loves Disrupt, fighting the oiks for our freedom. And what can possibly be wrong with that?
Do you need me to get you some help?
Bubbling up, intrepid scientist Dr. David Wong and Dr. Ingrid Svorsborg and Hawkinsford
Exactly.
sent a blueprint of the escape craft in which they hope to finally leave Dante's taint.
With expert opinions of the plan running the gamut from optimistically engineered to that looks like something my granddad made in his shed, it sounds like the unfortunate team are going to need all the thoughts and prayers they can get.
So what should we think about the escape plan? Patrick Bannon again.
Yeah, don't worry, they're going to cut all this, aren't they? It's disgusting. Don't worry, they're going to cut all this, aren't they? It's disgusting. Right. Oh, Jesus, wet. Have you thought about quitting smoking?
Right. No, I'm fine now.
Yes, you should stop smoking.
What were we talking about?
The trapped scientists.
Oh, yeah, right.
The trapped scientists. Brilliant.
I am not a member. Applications finally open today for the new Advanced Team membership cards, a scheme by the government to allow fast access to all the new public services being introduced daily.
The team membership cards are entirely voluntary, but will be recognised
I don't
as
trust
legal
them.
identification by all major organisations, including the police, banks, and, rightfully, pubs and bars.
And of course, there's no charge, Jeremy.
It all seems too good to be true.
Well, you've always been a cynic. But most importantly, what should you, the public, think about the new team membership cards?
Exactly.
Team membership cards?
Absolutely bloody not. That's the thin end of the wedge, isn't it, Iris? First it's, can I see your identification, sir? And then it's, would you mind bending over the table? So Sergeant State Educated and Constable Regional Accent here can stick their truncheon up your derriere.
Crikey!
They should call them what they are. They're bloody ID cards. Oh, for Christ's sake, what is it, Iris?
Oh, I'm really not happy, Algernon! I'm so sorry. Crikey.
And finally tonight, Hospital Pass. New images reach us today of brave Johnny Handsleeves and his doting partner Tiffany Lamore in their ongoing struggle against his horrific mystery illness.
Tiffany was forced to cancel her latest show, These Hotel Sheets and What I Did on Them,
What?
in order to devote more time to selflessly looking after the much-loved multi.
I don't care.
I'm sure the art world will recover.
With some critics questioning her motives, what should your opinion be of the controversial artist for at least appearing to stand by her man?
Don't really care, love.
Wise words there.
Later tonight, in a bit of a switcheroo, it'll be Jeremy in the culture chair, spitting rhymes with popular rapper Jay Zus. And then we'll both be chatting with a familiar team of thespians set
Yes, okay, I got crazy
by
in line.
storm again.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National
Nightly
Nightly
News.
There we go. Interference, let's go. That feels about right. Hey, it's Patrick Bannon. So good.
First tonight, thankfully, some news as we return to our main story.
The World Council today agreed that punitive and potentially illegal sanctions should be imposed upon this country. The sanctions, which come into effect immediately, aim to stop the flow of food, fuel and even some medicines from reaching your pockets.
Tonight, we have guests from across the continent to discuss this unprecedented
Let's see, this is going to be good.
For advance, Peter Clement is at his home in Lanfordshire. Are you there, Peter?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
A momentous day, Prime Minister. Are you shaken?
No, I don't don't scare that easy, I'm afraid, old son. And neither do the people of this country.
Well, joining us is Ivan Vodovich, Foreign Minister of Urkistan. Ivan, thank you for being here.
Great pleasure. You, Megan Wolf, are like strongest guard at Labour camp who wakes
What?
up inside body of crazy, expensive prostitute. In my country, you will be worshipped as a god.
Okay. Minister, as one of those arguing most strongly for these sanctions, how do you feel about Avance's defiant stance?
Vance is like man who think he have big career in movies land, when actually he in dirty sanitarium, screaming at mirror and holding tiny penis in hand.
He's clearly not from Svenland, then. We have like some of the cleanest mental health facilities in the continent, yeah.
And welcome to Svenland's Minister of Mojo, Björk. I'm sorry, we don't appear to have your surname.
It's just Björk, yeah. We don't use things like socially divisive as surnames here, yeah.
Minister?
It's just Björk, yeah.
Right, Björk, your country spoke in favour of Advance at the World Council today, but you were noticeably absent when it came to the actual vote.
Well, what a surprise. The hippies didn't show up for the fries.
Actually, that's quite racist, because if you must know, we were going to go to the whole, like, voting, yeah, but it's actually the Festival of Feuerland here at the moment, where we honor the old generations. So, like, we all had to look our grandparents' gleania whilst the vote was happening, and that's, like, a really, really time-consuming process, actually.
You're like sissy man. You have this expression, sissy man. It's like man with tiny penis who like to wash more than once a week.
Actually, that's quite homophobic, yeah, because...
Oh, stop winding him up, Ivan. We're not back at the Grange now. Sorry, Jeremy. Ivan and I used to play golf back in my media days.
Yeah, he always wins.
Nothing gives him greater pleasure than grinding people's gears. The more publicly, the better.
Pete, you're like man with tiny penis who think he have tiny penis, but actually he discovered that.
What?
Could it be? No, it's tiny penis.
Ivan's just worried that when the rest of the world sees how well we're doing, they'll notice all that dosh that he's got squirreled away. Because that's what these sanctions are, Megan. They're the last pathetic gasp of an establishment in collapse. Wolves at the gates, Ivan, old mate.
Good. You can join others on my wall.
Actually, in Svenland, we have like serious animal welfare legislation. And like my friend Helge, she got arrested yeah, for killing a butterfly hovering over
What?
the heel thing. I mean, in English, jam sandwich.
I used to know a girl called Jam Sandwich. She was a right cracker too. I wonder what became of her.
We seem to be wandering a little from the news here.
Human interest, Jeremy, the real people behind the headlines and all that. So if you're watching Jam, give us a call. Yeah, let's see if we can't organise a reunion.
Crash, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to run it past Mrs. Clement first, eh?
Peter, you're like man trying to empty ashes of mistresses into oncoming vent. Soon you have tiny penis and beard full of secrets.
In Svenland, we don't really go in for all that restrictive monogamy stuff here. We're kind of fluid, actually.
Sure.
Okay, well, it seems that we are running out of time.
Yes, so before we go to the break, briefly, if you would, gentlemen, with the people of this country facing shortages and
possible shortages and power outages.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Possible shortages and power outages. Can you summarise your thoughts for us, Minister Björk?
Well, from here, yeah, you all look a bit stupid really arguing about outdated divisive concepts like money. In Finland, we replaced currency with a system of bodily fluids back in the 1970s, and that's like a really hard to sanction, actually.
Thank you, Minister Vodovich.
Your country is like man who think he invented perfect trap for giant Newton hairy
What?
But really, he just standing in field
Holding his tiny penis, yes. Thank you, Minister. And finally, Prime Minister Clement.
Let me talk to your viewers here, Jeremy. Don't worry, everybody. Don't be afraid. Don't even lose a wink of sleep. We knew the rest of the world would react this way, and we're ready. As my old man used to say, you can't make a shite pie without blocking a few toilets.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Reassuring words there.
We'll be back.
After these messages.
We'll be back.
1 minute back.
Hey, Peter, I over your way this weekend. You fancy a quick 9?
Yeah, sure, front or back.
That's what I hope you're asking Megan Wolf for me.
She's out of your league, mate.
Thank you for the correction.
You have to be more careful. It's all part of his long-term plan to get fired live on the news at 6 in front of the nation. Can someone warn him it's going a little too well?
Yeah, A+. I'm getting so good at this. Oh God.
Government censorship should show up in blue.
I'm not going to censor any government stuff.
Same as regular censoring. Keep an eye out for the advanced blue waveform.
Nope. We're not doing any government censoring.
Are you still meant to bow to foreign royalty?
What?
Should I just like curse?
Hang on. Have they given you the Crown Principle?
What?
Meghan?
This is Jeremy, and he'll be interviewing you.
Oh.
Thanks for having me on your show, man.
It's quite alright.
Yo, just a quick one. You're not going to ask me about the chimp, are you?
Live in 10 seconds.
So you put that get up on himself. Just saying.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I'm Megan Wolf. Later, we have an exclusive first look at a theatrical sensation everyone's going to be talking about. But first, it's time to go over to the culture spot with lovely old Jeremy Donaldson, who's joined by a very special guest. Jeremy.
Thanks, Megan. I have the honour and privilege of being joined by hip-hop royalty. He's been called the son of the streets and the father of truth. Not sure how that works, but whatever. Let's welcome Jesus!
Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, it's a real honour to be here on this show, The News. You know, as a kid on the streets, I used to watch you through a window of the shop, so to be here right now is crazy.
You've had quite the journey to be here today. Can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, I try not to, well, you know, the past is the past, and I don't like to dwell on it.
I understand.
But yeah, man, the streets is all I remember. Like, my mother donated me to a charity shop soon after I was born. Elderly lady took pity on me. You know, she let me sleep on a pile of crime fiction until I taught myself how to walk.
Wow, that's quite the childhood.
And she died, died tragically. Right there in my arms, man. You know, I remember a tear falling as she laid there next to the used homeware. And in that moment, I became a child of the streets. I was just 18 months old.
What a tale. What a tale. You're known for your direct and honest lyrics. Was your style informed by your troubled past?
Oh, like I said, I try not to talk about it. It's just
it's really just 10 seconds, 3 seconds, 10 seconds.
God.
Of course.
But my first album is about the story of the first 4 times I stole, so I wouldn't starve. A small group of infants came to see me as a de facto leader.
Boom.
They call me Mr. Cheese Slice. Anyway, we were like a family.
So it would seem. Recently, you've been quite outspoken about the government.
Yeah, fuck the government. Fuck Advance. Fuck Peter Clement.
What is it that you object to so vehemently?
Well, you know, they stole from us. They're taking our money and spending it, man.
Redistributing it. Actually, homelessness has been all but eliminated in the last couple of months.
So?
Surely that's a cause close to your heart?
Yeah, nah, of course, man, very much so. I just mean, like, why do I have to pay for it, you know?
You don't. People have been rehoused on property seized from the historically wealthy. And that couldn't have been you, could it?
Look, yeah, I worked hard to be here. I built this from nothing, and I deserve to be rewarded for that.
Would you say you worked harder than, say, a farmer or a care worker?
I don't know. But if people are taking something from my music, choose to value it, buy it, who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me.
Not even to help, say, vulnerable children? Mr. Cheese Slice?
What is it you're trying to say?
I just don't understand where you've placed yourself politically. I mean, is it ideological or is it tactical?
Well, it's more of
Or
like...
maybe it's hereditary.
Stop trying to tie me in knots with your words, Jeremy. I let the music speak for itself. And the people agree with me.
Yeah.
Well, that remains to be seen. But you have given me a very easy segue out of a conversation that I promise you was much more painful for me than it was for you. So here he is with his hit song, Mrs. Ludlow's Tears.
Oh no, I'm going to do something a little different. It's a new single I've been working on.
Oh, so this is unapproved, is it?
Yeah. You love it?
Excellent. Don't worry, we've got a state-of-the-art censorship system. What's the worst that could happen? So here he is with a new song. Aren't we lucky? It's Jesus!
First, you're gonna pay up. You're gonna pay back.
Well, we're all different races from many different places. At any given moment, only one could be the greatest. So you can feel the elation from your participation. Still two leaders in
this is offbeat.
Nation. Now we're getting sanctioned, talking about expansion. Why does Julius require a massive fucking mansion? So fuck all your schemes. I don't need your freaky team, and I don't need your help to achieve my fucking dreams. So don't make a fuss when you find you're one of us. Get every single one of you's a bit Jesus. And you can call me crazy, cause no one ever pays me. But I won't waste a lifetime being motherfucking lazy. I may be inventive, my taste may be expensive, but why would I get out of bed with no fucking incentive? Although it's contravention of your obvious intention, I like to eat a little of the fruits in my invention. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. The best of the praise of the crest of the wave, cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Take this fact, gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head, cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. It's time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. So this is for the snubbed ones, the pushed and the shoved ones, the folks that feel the burden of their motherfucking loved ones. Ones who had plenty like a motherfucking Bentley. The ones who now finding that their bank accounts are empty. The ones of aspiration, who had to flee a nation. The ones who built a business out of dreams of perspiration. There's all sorts of people, the good and the evil.
I need to focus so hard to be on beat, it's stupid.
You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our means are not the same. And the best of the praise, serve the crest of the ways, cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Gonna take this fact, gonna stain it red, gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head, cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. It's time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Get out of your seats, get your asses in the streets, set a fire in the building, let them feel some fucking heat. Say you hate to go getters, you're squilling bed getters, and burn them on the powers of a
I am not
letters. Gonna take his facts, gonna stay
great song.
Gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head, cause he's thick as shit, he's got a job he's unfit for. Time to storm the castle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Chase that dream, you don't need a fucking team, and advance his little dances aren't as hummus as it seems, cause they're stale and corrupt. Then your anger erupt, then your hearts and your minds and your fists to destruct.
Jesus there with his new song. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. I'm sorry. I may not agree with you, but I'd just like to offer you an apology. I've just been told that there was some kind of issue upstairs, and an attempt was made to censor some of your notes.
What? Are you joking?
I'd just like to say to you and everyone at home that this was a mistake.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe this.
Here at the National Nightly News, we pride ourselves on remaining neutral, unbiased, and independent of any outside interference. You have my word. We will never censor ideas. Back to you, Megan.
Well, a bit of dangerous language there, sorry about that. Well, thank you to little John Johnson for providing our culture spot.
I only censored swear words if I remember correctly.
Faces about their upcoming dramatic outing. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
There we go.
Just to remind you, fixing that old VCR.
No, it's ridiculous.
Past that break.
This is just a mix-up, I'm sure. Now, if you come with me, I really do have to ask
Oh,
you to
trust
leave.
me. My father's going to hear about this.
I understand. This is unbelievable, Megan.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy.
Sports board! But yes, I am not going to censor political bullshit. Oh my god. Oh, sports is amazing.
Look at him.
It's Colin.
Get you in position.
Oh, say no more. Say no more.
Jeremy, if you remember Mr. Algebra.
Vividly.
And Mr. Harris, and this is Ms. Radin.
What?
Philippa, please.
You're back together again, eh? Who'd have thought it?
Perhaps a lower order demon.
Yes, it is awfully exciting.
Oh my god. What is happening here?
We're going live in 10 seconds, opening on camera 1.
What did you give him?
4, 3.
Welcome back, and no, you're not mistaken. Sitting across from us are some very familiar faces.
You really are too kind, Megan. It was only a yogurt commercial, but I'm still proud of it.
Here to talk about his new show, we're joined by National Treasure Tommy Harris, the National Theatre's Philippa Radin, and National Deficit Jeff Algebra.
It's so lovely to have you all. Tommy, would you like to tell us about the show?
You know what? I'd bloody love to. It's about me. It's about my life.
And where did the idea come from?
So, right, picture this. Their legs are akimbo, mid-session, sweat is pouring out of me like an immense hog. And then Cindy comes in, she says, Pete's on the phone.
That's Peter Clement, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, Pete's actually a really good mate of mine.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, no, he comes to training sometimes. He's actually a pretty good goal sweeper. Anyway, so, yeah, Pete, he says, Toby, he thinks my name's Toby. So he says, how would you like to spread your message of team spirit and cooperation across this fractured nation? How would you like to really make a difference in these desperate times?
What did you say?
Yeah, right, yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, Jeff, the question on everyone's lips is, what in God's name are you doing here?
Well, after the success of my debut work and all the people that I've touched, I knew that I had a career in theatre. I've always been an admirer of Tommy from afar. So when my manager phoned and said I'd been offered the director,
3.
I was ecstatic. I whipped my trousers off and got straight to work.
Why did you do that?
I do all my best work with my trousers off.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Right, Tommy, sorry, would you just give us a sense of what the show is actually about?
It's about how hard it's been for me and some of the struggles that I've faced. It like really getting to the heart of how tough it is to be me. I call it Tommy Harris. Jesus, that was hard.
Catchy. We actually have some clips of the process of the show. Would you mind telling us what's going on here?
Yeah, so the show is built around two things that are very important to me. It mixes scenes from my life as well as epic fantasy retellings of scenes from my life.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
I'm sorry, son. You were an embarrassment.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
What?
Back, demon! Back to the hells!
What is going?
Back to the hells!
Philippa, what's it been like co-starring with Tommy Harris?
I've always dreamed of treading the boards at medium-scale regional theatres, Megan. And for once, this show really gives me something to sink my teeth into.
What's different about this show, then?
Tommy, Mr. Harris's show really lets me show my tremendous range as an actor. I've always suffered from typecasting, forced to play the same tired characters in every god-awful yogurt advert or god-forsaken soap opera or, God forbid, a pantomime. But, you know, this
So many different characters, it's funny.
Let me just go there.
Jeff, the viewers at home will be dying to know exactly what is it that you bring to the show? What is it?
Good question. I think these guys will agree with me when I say that it's my
This is just funny to show.
my arm round the shoulder approach that's really brought the production from strength to strength.
Absolutely right. Jeff's contributions are immeasurable. He was our rock.
Can you give us a sneak peek of anything else that might be in the show?
Yeah, all sorts, yeah.
We've got lots of exclusive first-hand experiences of Tommy's time in the underground sports.
Ooh, sports.
And some epic fantasy retellings of Tommy's time in the underground sports scene.
What?
And am I right in saying this was officially commissioned by the government?
Yeah, all paid for by the taxpayer, which, you know, to be honest, is actually a lifesaver, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that without Advance's support, we'd have had to cut the finale.
Which frankly would have been a travesty.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ!
Oh, what in the frick?
You do this every night.
Absolutely.
You do this every night.
It's a metaphor. Absolutely.
For what?
It's a metaphor.
For what?
Death.
And the public are footing the bill, are they?
Yes.
You're right, they are. Between the cost of my tour bus and the dry cleaner and my ties, I'm barely scraping a profit here.
Amazing. And where can the folks at home come and see this for themselves?
We're performing all over the nation.
And people can see it for absolutely free, all courtesy of Advance. Isn't that incredible, Jeremy?
Yes, it's unbelievable.
Yes. Well, thank you all so much for coming. Next time we see you, no doubt, you'll have taken our jobs.
That's all we have time for tonight. Join us tomorrow when I'll be interviewing the world's most attractive horse. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. And from all of us here, have a peaceful night.
That's the ads. Let's get reset for tomorrow, please.
Hey, we must stop bumping into each other like this, eh?
Tired of dull and lifeless hair, fed up of dry and brittle split ends, say hello to us.
That was mean of him.
Provitamin formula is
Love it though. A plus, hell yeah. I have received a generous bonus. Current wealth? Technically not negative. And of course my shares in Crazy Neil's deals need to go up. And people are disliking Advance. Which is a good thing for me, because that's a place where I'm doing. Let's continue. Yes, I know. Let's do one more broadcast. It's Sunday afternoon in summer. Okay. So Charlie comes back from the Go-Getters. I have some big news. Cohesion cadets. Yes, we're thrilled he's happy and doing well. Cohesion cadets. I'm not a fan of Advance. I'm gonna be honest. A sign of things to come. Shopping. Something with also tedious. You manage to get almost everything. There's a queue with the car park. It's hard to make out why in the dark. Final, you roll it down. COO. Good evening. I'm sorry, I don't have one. The man gestures to his colleagues behind them. Young woman in similar uniform. She clearly received the short end of the stick and is stuck with paperwork. I thought these cards weren't required. Well, strictly speaking, they're not, but there's also loads of benefits to having them and no reason to not get one. Yeah, you make a good point. Sign me up. Saves you to stop everything in the queue next time. Free prizes? Fantastic! Dus these cards are mandatory now. And I'm lying to their faces. An invitation worth ignoring. It's Saturday, one of your few days off, and you made the most of it. As late afternoon draft, the invitation is pinned on the fridge. Channel 1 Gala mandatory work event. It's not worth Postman's wrath. I'm pretty good at my job. Sam is not liking that I'm doing this. Yep, yeah. I'm Alex Winston. Whatever. You make a joke thinking they were fleeing the country and leaving you his job. That may not have been the smartest move. Oopsie. Pointedly ignoring you. Better than you. Yada yada. Okay, whatever. I just want to do broadcasts. That's the most fun. There you go. How you portray celebrities will influence their lives. I know it will. It's quite cool. Give me the broadcast. The heat wave. Let's go.
Alex, you'll have noticed that the valves are heating up excessively due to the current heat wave. When they get too hot, the trip switch will blow, as you've seen. Once things have cooled down and the trip switch is back to normal, you can get the power back on. You should keep the fan pointed at the correct valve by
Go on.
up and down. The middle gauge when you're facing the screens will warn you, so keep an eye on it. Also, maintenance tells me that the fan power switch occasionally turns off for no good
Crazy Neil. Come to Bumley. Rainbow.
Down the sun, have you?
Yes, they've just strapped on their wax wings.
Classical illusions are no substitute for air conditioning.
You know, I genuinely thought you'd be in a better mood today. She's not even here.
Yes, but he is. Our gun-toting handler.
Who, Andy?
I don't know what the fuck his name is, do I?
He's here to keep us safe from people like Disrupt.
More like keep us in line. I hate guns. Give me the willies.
10 seconds, everybody.
Let's
So,
go.
Actual real news tonight.
Well, the world's on fire. That good enough for you? Going in 5,
Yes.
4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Siege mentality. The World Council today established a military blockade to enforce the unjust and punitive sanctions now entering their 10th
I can't decide.
In a statement from team headquarters a short time ago, Prime Minister Julius
I don't think I have a choice here.
issued a commanding response to this unprovoked escalation.
The regrettable decision taken by the World Council this morning have left the citizens of this country isolated and fearful. But Advance have prepared for this day. Our stockpiles are large.
Okay, yeah.
Our wealth is unfathomable. And we will defend our citizens with every last breath from this latest brutal and calculated act of war. We are with you.
I'm keeping my eye on this.
Indivisible and strong. Indivisible and strong. Thank you.
Blowing off steam. Ailing athlete Johnny Hamsleeves has announced today that due to general indifference, he'll be retiring from public life. Johnny, who recently split with long-term partner Tiffany Lamar, is still facing an uphill battle with
I'm gonna show him in the cannon just for funs.
But today said he will now be devoting his time to a new hobby and what could be his final months. Sources close to the star reveal he now goes by the Hammond Ball and can be seen breaking the sound barrier as he passes over the A7 just outside of Lambury. In it to win it, exciting news from Advance today with the announcement of a new monthly prize draw for all team membership card holders. Every month, lucky winners from across the country
Oh, show the old man. Let's go.
random to receive what Team HQ are describing as unique prizes worth more than money used to be. Take up on the scheme has been much higher than expected, and if this lucky winner's delighted face is anything to go by, it looks like pretty soon everyone's going to have one. A bridge to Flard. After disappointing sales leave them with a massive Flard surplus, Remington Swist have had to find a use for their overflowing stocks. After the decision to ramp up production was met with public outcry, Sophia Remington has let slip the future for the overflowing flock of
this one.
It seems there are now thousands upon thousands of shipping containers full of the formerly fashionable fabrications lying unused and unloved in warehouses around the country. An official spokesperson refuted this claim, saying many of the crates also contain corporate whistleblowers, endangered species, and long-lost priceless religious artifacts.
But
some men left behind. Escape craft construction has been hampered by problems as the beleaguered
these
scientists
statements
stuck
are
in Dante's Taint have
very
had to make the hard call of who won't be coming back due to their new vessel's limited capacity. Despite their promising start, it's fair to say that enthusiasm for the venture has waned. Trade tensions are rumored to have led to plans being rushed and big problems that could have been avoided.
This one seems
by just
interesting.
simply counting how many of them there are. Deciding it would be wise to put their best foot forward. The
2
team
times 2
imposed a
equals
minimum
5.
IQ requirement for those that would like to make the journey home. The limit is said to be somewhere between the astrophysicists and the geologists. Life during wartime. As if we didn't have enough aggressors on our borders, internal problems are growing for the government as radical activist group Disrupt caused chaos in Parliament Park last night. Scuffles broke out after the protests, resulting in multiple arrests.
I'm gonna show Disrupt in a good light.
Free community cohesion.
No, this one.
Advance have yet to comment. The reckless fire will certainly be remembered by all those who have seen these striking images. As their actions escalate, people across the country
I might have shown the wrong thing.
who are Disrupt, and what exactly do they want? Other than a new box of matches, of course. All this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as
Okay, there we go.
contenders in this year's Feline Football Championships.
I got
and
this.
Her proud owner. That's up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Here we go. Oh. Okay. What are you gonna do? This is also good. Oh. Come on.
But first tonight, our team of correspondents has been dispatched to every corner of the country to see how the people of this great nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolf in Shining-on-Sea to see what this scientific
Let's go,
community
Megan.
has to say. Megan, how's the weather there? How's the weather
It's absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking. I'm here with Dr. Anna Burns at the University of Princeton.
Come on.
Are you enjoying the weather as much as I am?
Oh, yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? My eyelids are sweating.
And you're part of a team carrying out a study into just what's causing this unbelievable heat. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, we want to be able to reassure the public
Okay.
once and for all that
That was
there's
good enough.
absolutely nothing to worry about and that they can enjoy their sunstroke and fossil fuels in peace.
You sound very confident about that.
Oh, very much so. I can say without any hesitation, there's really no cause for any concern here. I've actually left my car running.
So tell us about this experiment.
Well, we take data from weather stations from all over the world.
Don't you dare shut off.
Atmospheric samples, and we take all that and we feed it into this state-of-the-art computer, and very soon we'll be getting a high-tech readout of the results.
Blimey, that sounds very fancy.
I should just say, none of this would be possible without the generous support of Rivington Smiths. This is all thanks to their unrivaled investment in our future, and may I just say, complimentary personal anecdotes. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
And, as expected, everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on. This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said
Oh.
we're going to go that everything is absolutely fine, so...
Well, actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think.
Love the concern level.
We need to evolve gills within 40 years. Here it just says, shit.
Look at you. This is meant to be a celebration. Can't go around looking like that. There you go, much better. Can I just
Oh,
say
this is
thank
gonna
you
be
again to
great.
for providing all of this.
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is running
out. Absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest. Abandon hope and return to the forest.
Enjoy that. I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for just one opinion on the climate.
The sea will reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy. Proof.
Ooh, it smells good downstairs. I'm gonna definitely finish it and go get some food.
I'm Megan Wolf, here with science. I'm Megan Wolf. Back to you, here with science.
Megan Wolf there, attempting to do some
Oops, that was
actual
too
news.
fast.
Next, let's over to Robin Short, who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's Team Membership Lottery. Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm here
Go
in
on.
Scritchford with Gary Failsafe, a janitor at the local school, and Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet.
No, you don't.
Both of you were drawn at random from those who hold team membership cards to receive this week's amazing
Ha.
prize. How do you feel? Filled with fervent euphoria.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds
It
so
is too convenient.
But we're all dying to know. What have you won?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julius Salisbury at one of the capital.
Oh, wow, so cool.
Ooh, swanky.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the guttering.
That's absolutely terrific. You must both be over the moon.
I've written a poem about it.
So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict.
Yes.
With a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds?
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh.
What?
How unexpected.
I don't polish turds.
Yes, you write poetry.
Potato, potato. So Gary.
Do you think Peter Clement's going to let me keep the contents of his downpipe?
There's no harm in asking, I suppose.
Would you like to hear one?
No, thank you.
Yes, we'd love to hear one.
When you signed up for team membership, was it in hopes of winning the lottery, or were there other reasons?
I like a flutter, of course, but no, the boss said I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
I have an unpublished...
I'm making sure these aren't going to overheat.
You'd like to hear one?
There's nothing here.
Or an anthology of haikus on the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say that. Really?
Uh-oh.
Are you all right?
Yes. It's coming. It's coming.
You're weird.
It's inspiration, and it's delicious.
And the other guy's the third collection.
Right you are. Today on the show, there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
Yeah, this big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous, it's really lovely texture.
Would you
No, you don't.
encourage other people to enter for their chance to win?
If it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at Old Blue Eyes here.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
Some of these are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for today. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin. What a
Patrick
lucky
Bannon!
time. And finally in this segment, it's over to Patrick Bannon, who's gone to the smelliest town in the country to see how the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals. Patrick?
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford, which has recently voted the smelliest town in the country. And I have to say that, you know, in this heat, the smell really is. I mean, it's something else. Barry Lardons, mate, you've lived here your whole life. How'd you put up with the stink?
Well, we're just all very proud of our achievement, to be honest with you. You can tell that look at him, proud as punch. Do you know what it's like, son? Being the second smelliest town, living in the shadow of Arseminster smug fucks. But who's laughing now, eh?
Well, not me, that's for sure. So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Remington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built flour factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on Johnson growth. But as soon as
No,
we
you don't.
heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Does the stink not affect your life in every way, Barry? I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return or completing the physical act of love.
It's strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
What's sickness?
Oh, that's nothing.
Oh no, there's sickness.
A few minutes before you develop any symptoms. Now, folk are saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water.
Oh, lovely.
I think it's probably a few valves on the high street.
On the high street? Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one is asking stupid questions. Then folk experience a loss of inhibition.
God, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, you stinking old tramp?
Next according is a period of randomly bursting.
Oh, here we go.
Followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon, and he's wearing sexy shorts now. Oh my God, look at me. I'm like a stallion. I'm gorgeous. Why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt off. You know what? I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That will be the bout of undeserved self-confidence.
Love the Bannon. Feel the Bannon. Love the Bannon. Feel the Bannon. Oh, man.
And the ennui. All that's left now are the hallucinations and unconsciousness.
Now, Dottie,
Was that you? Doctor?
Don't forget about that pesky power button on the fan.
Oh, yes.
No, I don't eat opinions. No, I don't
I didn't hear it click.
Oh, don't worry, folks. Once he wakes up, he'll be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels. Right, that's all here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Baron. With a naval blockade being set up around our coastline as we speak.
Okay, 50 seconds, we got this.
I'll be talking to 3 members of the general public who appear to be here purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of course, you've got something better to do. We'll be back after these messages.
This next section features a potentially controversial guest, and Barnes may request some censorship if he goes too off topic. You've done a great job so far keeping everyone happy, so let's keep up the good work.
I am not censoring Advance.
Say this every Friday. What do you need? Jeremy?
My mind is
I need to get down to Neil's because we've got the aircon on. We're serving up ice creams to all the customers, but our prices are dropping faster than a kid with a cold. It's on the floor. Yes,
I am going to play it.
we've got crazy artificial paddling poles, ornamental paddling poles, big poles, little poles, any ground catching nets. Well, I don't care what you think.
That's what I'm talking about. That's football. We should be doing an interview with the War Minister or a report from Grantham Downs. Even the weather is more fucking relevant than this.
Jeremy, please, just breathe. It's just something like to keep people's minds off it.
Exactly, which is wrong. People's minds should be very much on things. Christ, it's so fucking hot.
Please take your seats as quickly as you can.
I can't do this anymore, Danny. I've had enough. That's it. This is just
10 seconds. Over yourself, Jeremy. Why don't you stop feeling sorry for yourself for 5, 2, 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, your host, Jeremy Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the Territory's first cap football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm joined by 3 guests with some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, right. Tell us, what brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank. So I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological foreboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting. I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Is that?
Not according to my therapist.
Oh, front camera.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard. At work they've asked me to stop answering the phones. It's really affecting my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
People tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me, and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with ailments deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it. And
who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
I keep mixing up camera 2 and 3.
We've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run, and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think? Coming on, Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? I'm sorry, it's very odd. What was I thinking?
That you're a team fuck puppet? Or a sellout cunt?
Boys, just a reminder that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't live television, then what is it?
Fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run.
I'm keeping an eye on the temps.
Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
Team pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No, I didn't say.
Oh, wow, we may have to end that there. What a harmless bit of fun.
Steady on! This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect.
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin. A ginger tabby with a world-class pair of penalty paws. Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go.
Is that really necessary?
Not you.
Unhand him at once.
Enough! That's enough! That's enough! Enough!
What are you doing?
Trying not to piss myself.
What are you doing?
Alex, cut.
Don't you dare!
Alex, cut.
Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to. Dare cut to the ads before I tell you. You in the broadcast centre. Bozeman's Cable Centre. You listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person
Of course.
in this studio. I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners and bloody cat football. We are on the brink of a siege, the likes of which the world hasn't seen in hundreds of years.
I'm not going to play the ad.
Is that the case? And I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots. Talking to these three.
I think my hiccups have stopped. I think my hiccups have stopped.
You three, get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go. Before I change my mind. Now, go. Before I change my mind. Jenny, lock the doors. Jenny.
Ooh,
Lock
it's
the doors.
getting difficult.
Lock the doors. Good. Yes. Now. Good. Yes. You in the broadcast centre.
Yes, me.
You in the broadcast centre.
Hi.
You listen to me, Alex. You pay attention. Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today is going to be a little bit different. Look to your right. Yes,
Nothing.
really. Look to your right. There is a VHS tape, and I want you to load it into your machine. And when I say so, and not before, you play it. And not before. You've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. About 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. All cameras.
I assume you won't be playing that tape. This station does not negotiate with terrorists. I hope I've made myself clear.
I'm not going to play it.
Every single thing that comes out of this studio is either one-sided or banal. We're going to show the other side for a bit of fucking balance. Are the good old days. Balance. Alex, play the fucking tape. I don't want to hurt any of you. If I see anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start.
From the station's perspective, you made the right call.
Reset the system for the third segment. I imagine the ratings are going to be through the roof.
Ferris wheel.
I'm going to play Crazy Neil again.
Carousel.
You okay there? Okay.
Roller coaster.
I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm doing. I'm fine.
What we do have. Danger cars. Colourful germ pair.
Yes.
This swing.
That swing indeed.
Stay with us in our rustic accommodation with all the facilities you'd expect. Water. Grass. Hey, shoot. Don't worry about that. With our fantastic live entertainment.
Okay, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1.
What do you mean they didn't play it? Why the fuck didn't they play it? Alex, what the heck is wrong with you? You had a chance to make a real fucking difference.
Jeremy, calm down.
You fucking calm down. How long?
8 seconds.
You. What's your name?
Andy.
Of course it fucking is.
Jeremy, put the gun down, please.
How long?
Going live now.
Welcome back to what's left of the National Nightly News. Our main story tonight. There is a fucking massive military blockade being set up around this country. We are surrounded and outgunned, as incidentally am I. Now I have asked for all the security doors to be locked, The studio door's to be locked, but security is on its way. So, I doubt we'll have much time. But while there is, let's try and do the fucking news. Our first guest tonight is Jenny. She works here in production, and earlier today she told me she put forward several news stories. Older viewers will remember those, but they've all been rejected. So tell us, Jenny, what's somehow less important than Barnum and Bailey's Amazing Shit Circus and Commander Pumpkinut, the fucking cat footballer?
It's Professor Pumpkin.
Really, Jenny? There isn't much time. There isn't much time. Come on, just one real news story.
I don't know, I can't think. I'm trying.
Christ! You haven't even taken it into public ownership yet. I mean, might as well be one from Julia fucking Salisbury's no doubt immaculate kill room. And this gallant knight, in slightly shattered armour, is Andy. He's a CCO. What's that stand for, Andy?
Community Cohesion Officer.
And what does that mean, Andy?
Well, we aim to strive...
No, you utter prick! I mean, what does that mean? What is a CCO? What are you? What is a CCO? What are you? Policeman! You're a policeman, a fucking policeman!
Yeah, that's what we used to be called.
Used to be? It was less than 2 months ago. What the hell is wrong with you all? Jenny, any recollections yet?
Nothing's springing to mind.
All right then. Looks like you're in the hot seat, Andy. Exciting, eh? I mean, that's what you joined up for, wasn't it? Excitement? It's your first hostage situation.
Yeah.
Yes. Pretty shitty you ended up being the hostage, eh? Never mind.
This is quite
How
fun.
many people have you arrested for not carrying or having their ID cards?
Well, firstly, we don't arrest anymore. We invite for consultation. And they're not ID cards.
Don't be a bad end all your life, Andy. You know what I mean. Answer my question.
Well, it shouldn't have to be a big deal to prove who you are.
Only the guilty have something to fear.
Well, yes, actually.
How desperately naive.
Look, I'm just a police officer. Look, I'm just a police officer. CCO.
Just following orders.
Oh, come on, mate. That's not fair.
It was rhetorical. Jenny, ready to spill the beans yet?
Jeremy, please stop. Jeremy, I'm scared. Stop. Alex didn't even play your tape. This is pointless. It's over. Jeremy. It's over. Jeremy.
It is.
I was going to quit tonight. I had notes. See? I had notes. See? There's a recording. A VHS tape. A message from Disrupt. I haven't heard it, but I know what it's trying to say, and I wanted you at home to hear it. So listen to the other side and make up your own minds. But Alex Winston, who works in production, decided it was not for your eyes and ears.
I'm gonna play it.
It was not for broadcast.
Hey, it's the name of the game.
We'll play it after the next break. Doesn't matter. Tomorrow morning will arrive in every major news broadcaster worldwide. But I wanted you to hear it first. To listen to what Disrupt had to say about this unreported country. Because Disrupt and I... Well, we swapped places while I wasn't looking. They're now the ones investigating, looking for evidence, trying to make the world a better place. And me, I'm in this newsroom interviewing Jeff fucking Algebra. What Disrupt have to say is important. You might not agree with all of it, but you should still hear it and make up your own mind.
Are you serious? Disrupt. A credible source. Get more objectivity out of Alan fucking James.
Oh my God, are you being deliberately obtuse? Why can't any of you understand there's no such thing as a credible news source anymore? Aaron, shit! Aaron! Oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
He's bleeding. It's in his shoulder.
First aid! Whoa, we need first aid.
He doesn't need first aid, he needs a fucking ambulance.
Paramedics. There'll be paramedics for the security.
Unlock those doors.
No! Don't do that.
Jeremy, he's bleeding. He could die. Jeremy,
yes, but if you open the door, it's
how did you think this was going to end?
Why are you even here today? It's supposed to be your day off.
My date cancelled. I thought it'd be more fun to be here than moping around at home. Truth be told, I wanted to see you. Being annoyed with you is like wearing a comfy jumper.
Damn.
That's the nicest thing you've said to me.
Let's not make it the last.
Ooh.
Right. All remaining cameras on me. In a minute, I'm going to ask Jenny to unlock the doors. No. Unlock the doors. Only Aaron, our cameraman, can get the medical attention he needs. I should imagine I'll get arrested for this. Wasn't the graceful. I had a speech. Wasn't the graceful. I had a speech. Once was meant to be resigning with a flourish of honour. A last hurrah. Resigning with a flourish of honour. I was going to wish you all one last peaceful night. I was going to wish you all. I'll say that happening now. Still, I want to have one last stab at the news before I go. You see, before I go. There's so much more we're not telling you. There's large groups of scientists.
I am not censoring any of this.
Testing. Something loud and something. What was that? I didn't think it over. Why did
Don't shoot him. Stay back, please. Mr. Jonathan, you have 10 seconds to lower your weapon. If you do not comply, we will open fire.
God,
10.
To the ads.
9.
Alex, cut the ads to the ads.
9.
Alex, think of the consequences.
God,
5.
put the gun down.
4. 3. 4. 2.
I think we both know I wouldn't do very well in prison.
Jeremy, no!
Look at them.
Jeremy, no!
Look at them.
Yep, that just happened.
Oh, Alex, what have you done?
You know who we are.
Yep, I just did this thing.
On your walls. You've heard them talk about us on the news. We are Disrupt.
Let's see.
We are the Resistance. It's time you knew the truth. You know Advance are lying to you. You know the
This feels like way better content.
You know the rich were not all evil. And you know the team membership
And of
card
course I'm not cutting to the
is an
ads.
ID card, no matter what they try to tell you.
We're showing the truth.
But why should you trust us? Another faceless organization.
It's gonna be Ellen James, isn't it?
Distorted voice. You've seen it so many times in the movies.
I want to see what comes under the hood.
This is not a movie.
Is it Ellen James? Yep, it's Ellen James.
My name is Alan James. I used to try and shock people for a living, for entertainment. But now we live in a time where perhaps you need to be shocked. Perhaps we need to wake up.
I also love how during like the whole what is it called, the whole lockdown scene, they were just like agreeing with her, and it was so much funny. So much fun.
Smiling throughout.
It's warm today. I'm tired. You can tell. Slurring speech. It's fine. I'm fine.
A great many people already won't. You can resist.
I've seen this already. A+, and A. Broadcast credit A+. There we go. Received a generous bonus. Current wealth is manageable debt. Woo! And Crazy Neil is going great. I love Crazy Neil. I accidentally picked up the shares for Crazy Neil, and then I realized I also want to meet him at a red carpet, so I'm gonna go great. But damn, Advance down, Disrupt up, and Channel 1 still loves me. So I'm going to save and quit here. Yep.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
That was something else.
Starting!
Can I go? Hello, who's live? Lots of buttons. My stream deck has never been so full. Bummel! Sure. Why not go over to Bummel? He's a person I've only talked to a couple times, but he seems nice. Don't know where he's from or anything. Let's just go raid Bummel and say hi. Put your cakes in chat, and I will see you next stream. Goodbye. Bye.